Hello, my friends. Happy Tuesday. I'm excited to go live with you today. There's a few things I need to tell you about, actually. So I forgot to mention it in last week's live because it was already August. But there's some extra special things happening. Let me just pull this up really quick. The one I'm going to focus on most today is the fact that we have a paper sale, a pattern paper and cardstock sale. So there's 15% off select papers and some cardstocks as well. So I'm going to share a few of the ones that I have that are on sale, and also do a little project featuring some pattern paper. So that's still happening. Then we have some new kits that are available. We have a new product of the month. The last chance product category was updated. So if you haven't been to the website in a little bit, you might want to check it out. There's lots of great new things happening there. Actually, I didn't even check. Let me make sure everything is good here. Okay, it looks like I'm live. Hopefully you guys are finding me. Hopefully the volume is good too. I have the air conditioner and both fans going today, but I do have my mic on, so hopefully that's going to help. You guys can hear me okay. Hi, Scylla. So lots happening since it's August. So the paper sale goes through the end of August. The product of the month obviously goes for as long as it lasts. And then the last chance category is also while supplies last, but those are all been updated as well. In addition, at the end of this month, if you requested a catalog from me, these should be headed out to you from Stampin' Up! At the end of the month. There were a few people that I had some trouble getting it to work from Stampin' Up!, so I will probably send those directly. But yeah, so that's happening. We're going to do a little sneak peek of some of the product in the catalog, but I want to first show you some of the pattern papers that are on sale. So let me go ahead and switch this around and we'll get started. So, and I think I got rid of the little promo flyer for the product of the month, but it is really, really nice. It's a like foiled specialty paper for fall, but it's kind of neutrally toned, so that's a really versatile and useful pattern paper. And that's just $5 with a $75 purchase. But here's some of the paper. This is not all of the paper, but here is some of the paper that is on sale right now, 15% off. So instead of being $12.50, it's like $10.63 a pack. So a pretty decent savings. And then there's also cardstock on sale too. So we've got the, this one is the Brushed with Beauty. We've got Charming Day. I think that's what it's called. Or no, Floral Charm. We've got the Cute as a Bug. We've got the Beach Boardwalk paper, the, what do they call this one? Lovely Blossoms, which is really pretty. I've actually used most of mine here. So that's a really pretty one. The Everyday Life, which just came out in the last catalog. The Artisan, what is it called? Artisan Sketch. So it's a nice black and white. That really pretty moonlit flora. So it's like that blacks and greens, very pretty. We've got Lily of the Valley, and then all of our like color family pattern paper. So this is the neutrals, but you can get it in any of the colors, and those are all on sale too. So this is just a small sampling. There's others that I don't have that are also on sale, and then there's also cardstock and two-tone cardstock that's on sale right now too. So be sure to check out the website if there's anything of interest. I'm actually going to play with a suite that's coming out in the new catalog. And I know that seems counterproductive. And I keep, we were doing the holiday all last month. But I wanted to share this suite because this is the collection that I'm going to be using for my virtual retreat. And virtual retreat is closing in probably the next 24 hours. I need to get the order placed probably tomorrow so I can start working on pillow gifts and finishing up the make and take ideas and doing all of that. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do like a window card with this one. So we're using this whole suite for my virtual retreat. So here is the stamp set and the dies, these cute little embellishments, and the twine. So you're going to get some of all of this. You can add on the bundle for additional if you want, or you can just use whatever you have. But you'll get the embellishments, you'll get the twine, you'll get the paper or some of the paper, and then also some fun themed pillow gifts as well. So I thought I would show you this paper in action. It's really, really cute. So you've got lots of cute little mice and some cute little themes, as well as like a cut apart page, which I already started playing with. And then I love this piece right here. So cute. We got this one. So the plan with the virtual retreat is we're going to try and get you prepped for the holidays in advance. So I'm going to give you some ideas for some, holiday cards, gift card holders, home decor, all the things using this paper and this collection. And what I thought I would share with you today is a fun little paper project, or like card project, that you can do using pattern paper that you already have. So I'm going to grab a piece of a card base because I don't have one. So let me just grab that, and I just made a mess on my floor. I'm just going to use a white base because the pattern paper is pretty much going to cover our whole cardstock, so it doesn't really matter what color it is. And I like using the white because, one, I have a lot of it, and two, that way you don't have to worry about an inside piece either. So I'm just going to score this traditional scoring and cutting 5.5 by 8.5, and then score it 4 1/4. And this will be our card base. So we're going to just do that. Now, so I found this online, and it wasn't really accredited. I started a couple different places, and I don't remember which one I actually wrote it down from. But this was just kind of a format that was flying around Pinterest of late. And so I wrote it down and wrote out my little, hi Deb, I wrote out my little cheat sheet here. So if you want to recreate this, just screenshot this, and then you can actually do this at home. So basically, you're going to cut your cardstock to 5 by 3 3/4, and then you're going to, you can either do this on your trimmer, or you can just mark the paper 2 inches on one side, 1 1/4 on the other, and cut. And then 2 inches, so you want to keep the 2 inches on both the same side. So 2 inches up, 2 inches down, and then over to the 1 1/4 mark and the 1 1/4 mark. So you're going to get these 3 panels. And so when you do that, this is what it looks like. Okay? So you have those 3 panels. Now, the cards that I saw online mostly had 3 different patterns, which you could definitely do that. You could mix and match patterns. But I had the idea, because I love this cute little mouse paper so much, I'm going to cut my paper so that this guy is going to land in that middle, and then I'll use these top and bottom pieces to kind of frame it, is my thought. So I am going to have to sort of cut this down a little bit. I want this kind of close to the edge, so I'm going to just trim off a little bit. I hate cutting these little guys, but we're gonna have to sacrifice a few. Probably, I don't know, like right about there looks good. So I'm just going to cut off a strip of that. And then I'm thinking I'm just going to cut this to 4. So we'll turn it around and we'll do 4. Or actually, we could probably do 3. Yeah, I think I can do 3. Oh, but then that's not going to be enough. So we'll go to 4. I'm just going to cut right on the other side of this guy. Or maybe not. I'm going to go to 4. I don't know what I'm doing. Can you tell? All right, and now I'm going to just cut this so that that little panel, and of course this is not the most resourceful way to use your paper, so if you're looking to mass produce, this is not the project to do this one with. I just wanted to do a cute little card to feature these little mice. Obviously, in theory, you'd want to, cut your designer series paper in those even divisible by 12 amounts, so that you can actually, and I think I'm going to want him closer to the edge. So I'm going to actually cut off this part here, so you don't waste any paper, basically. But I'm going to do this way because I want to. And this was the vision I had before we started. All right, so I have this guy that's here, and actually I did this wrong because I need it to be this center size. Yeah, I need it to be like this. So that was silly. But I can do it with this one because this is not big enough now. All right. Don't mind me. You would cut, basically, if you were doing this design and you wanted 3 different designs, right? You want 3 different patterns. You would cut 3 pieces, 5 by 3 3/4, and then cut them all the same way, right? And then you're going to mix and match them so you can match the 3 pieces together. But I'm just doing it a little bit different today because I want that little mouse in the corner here. So I'm going to do it like this. And actually, I think it's supposed to be... No, it won't. It's this way. That's the way I cut it. So we're going to use this as my template because this is what I want it to do. So first off, we're going to cut this to 3 3/4 because that was the size of the base piece. I'm wasting so much paper, you guys. Don't hate me. All right. And then I'm going to cut this. I'm going to just use this as my template, and then I'll move it out of the way. That looks pretty good. I'm going to cut up off the top of my little tree, but that's fine. You get the idea. All right, so we've got him here, and then I'm going to cut it this way. So you could cut yourself little template pieces too if you wanted. Like using thick cardstock, you could do it that way too. Just cut one piece out of basic white thick cardstock and then just use that to make templates out of your scrap paper even, right? So now I have these 2 that would line up for another card, which I will have extra, I think. Okay. So my thought with this was to have, oh, we need a 3 3/4 by 5 panel. Hold on. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to do a 3 3/4 by 5. So these are the kinds of projects, though, I like to do for virtual retreat. I like to teach you some new things, give you some new techniques. Of course, I have them all planned out and figured out beforehand. So it's not quite so chaotic. But I'm thinking kind of like this, right? Maybe I want a different pattern. Do I have a different pattern that I could use? I could do this. Because it might be nice to do this instead. I don't know. Do those patterns match? It's kind of busy. I don't know. It's not working the way I was hoping, you guys. But let's just leave it like this. And then my thought is we can kind of cover this little excess with a sentiment. Yeah, this is not the way I wanted it to go. We could do... Let's see, what else do I got here? Do I get anything fun that we can flip around? Nope. I mean, you get the theory, right? This just doesn't look as cute as I was hoping. I feel like you need an all-over pattern to make it work better. Now that I've wasted that little thing. But let's just see. I did cut this at one point because I was thinking you could do like this in the middle, so it looks like a little kitchen. The little holiday kitchen, right? Which is the one that goes in here, this one, right? So we could do... Sometimes this is what you gotta do, my friends. You just gotta play a little bit. So, luckily you get 2 pieces of every pattern in your paper pack. So I will figure out what to do with these other pieces. But for right now, let's go ahead and see what this looks like. Because this was my other idea. Is to make it like a little kitchen back there. And then we can stamp a little mouse to kind of hide some of the shenanigans. Alright. I just feel like this looks weird. It's not a full picture. It's, yeah. So... what if we do this? And then I'm wondering, do I like the red better? Well, because I feel like this is busy now. I kind of like the red better. Let's just do it this way. What is this piece? Oh, it's this. Well, because I have so many pieces, I'm going to do it the hard way. This goes here. Where's the top piece? This goes here. So let's just cut from here. This is not the way this is supposed to work, but again, if you do the virtual retreat with me, I'll teach you these things, but it'll all be thought out before. This is Tuesday Throwdown after all, so you get to see the full process and the craziness I do. I could use the different pattern. Ow. But I feel like I want to do this. So then let's just cut this straight. Is that big enough? Barely. Not really. Well, we'll leave a little strip in the middle. We'll leave a little border. Perhaps. It's close enough. Alright. Close enough. We're going to call that that. And then my thought is we can do a little mouse to stamp. Oh, he's big compared to the kitchen. But I think he'll work. We're going to do it. Let's see if this comes out. I do like this design better than the other one. So we're making progress. And that's what this is all about, right? Sometimes you just got to play a little bit. Do I want to cut him out? Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to do him on crumb cake, if I have any. I do. All right. Let's, oh, look at, I left this out on my, you see that? My skylight kind of changed the color of it a little bit, but that's fine. I'm going to stamp him crumb cake on crumb cake. Okay. There we go. And then we've got the dies to go along with this. So let me die cut him. I do love this one. He's so cute. And then maybe we'll add some color, some pink to his nose and his ear. But let me die cut him really quick. All right, I'm going to use this one down here by the floor because it's ready to go. This is the one I use for most of my prep because it's a little bit faster and a little bit less hard on my poor joints as I've gotten older. It's sad. Do you know I started doing Stampin' Up! When I was 29? I was a baby. It's so hard to believe. All right. There we go. So now we've got him. I kind of like that. So it's kind of like perspective. Okay, we're getting there. And I think I'll pop him up. Let's add... Oh, look at, he's got a little slit here. I wonder what that's for. I bet the scarf maybe goes under his... Oh, that's cute. I bet his little scarf... Let's make a scarf, you guys. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead. Oh, and I can stamp it first. Let's stamp a little scarf for him. Actually, I think I'm going to do that in pink. I feel like he should have a little... Or maybe I should do it in... I'll do it in red, but stamp it off. How's that? Or maybe... No, I'll leave it full strength. This is going to be so much fun to play with, this stamp set. I've only done a little bit. I've been busy with holiday card class and regular card class, so I haven't really done as much of the design yet for our make and takes, but I'm super excited. Like I said, I'm planning to do a window card and some other fun things for our virtual retreat, so it'll definitely be lots of fun. Maybe a sampler. I don't know. I've got lots of ideas, but I'm excited to play with the home for the holidays concept. And then, of course, I gotta buy some fun little treats to package up for all of you. If you haven't done a retreat with me, that's kind of the main part of it. Not the main part of it, but I love to spoil you. Let's just put it that way. And if you're not really into the virtual retreats, I do have an in-person retreat in Rhode Island in February, so you can always join us for that too. There's still a little over 20 spots left, I think. So we're about 3/4 of the way full on that one. All right, here we go. I got his little, oh my gosh, so cute, you guys. a little scarf. So I think that's supposed to go under here, but that doesn't make any sense because it should be. How does this go? Oh, maybe I have the wrong one. I just assumed that was for a scarf. But that seems weird, unless it goes this way. No, that doesn't make any sense either. I guess it could go in the back. I don't know. Do we like that? It seems weird to me, but I can't figure it out. Oh my goodness. I'm going to sneak a peek in the catalog. Sometimes that's where I go for my answers if I can't figure something out. I can't show you the catalog yet, but you should have yours in your hand if you ordered one from me in the not too distant future. Let's see if I can see. Did they use it anywhere? I don't see it. They didn't use it on any of these. Let me see if they used it on the stamp page. Hold on. If any of you have figured this out already, if you're watching. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. I mean, it works, right? Could tuck it under here. Maybe I'll just leave him plain for right now until I figure this out. I guess that works because that kind of stops right there over the curve, but it just this seems weird. It seems like maybe it goes with the other one. I don't know. I feel like it should go with him. I'm going to make it go with him. Right? This is why I should play first, but I think that makes more sense than on the other one. And it still looks cute. I'm going to put it there. We're going to do it. Alright, guys. We're figuring this out. Actually, I don't need to put it there. I just need it here. Just a little bit of liquid glue. I'll tape that down. Oop, whoops. Oh, dearie dear. Now I'm going to have a sticky. Yeah, I mean, that must be the way it makes sense. For me, the bow should be over here, but there's no other way that I can really see that it makes sense. So we're going to do that. I think it still looks cute, even if it's not the right way to use it. That's the thing, guys. It doesn't matter. We can do it any way we want. All right, I'm going to tape this down on our panel. And thanks for the vote of assurance, Deb. Actually, I should probably do the other ones first. Oh my gosh, I missed completely. There we go. Okay, so this goes at the top. And then this one goes on the bottom. And then if I have a little space in the middle, I can just equally do the distance. It's funny, my shirt is very high today, so the microphone is like tickling my chin. It's very weird. Alright, so yeah, so there's a little bit of a gap. I'm going to just space it evenly, like I did it on purpose. So see how there's a little bit of a gap there? But I'm just going to do it like that's what I meant to do, of course. Alright, so let's just cut this off. Come on. Alright. Okay, so then this can go up on here. And then he's going to go here. Like he's, checking out the kitchen. And I feel like we need a sentiment of some sort. Let me put some dimensionals on here. Where's my already used dimensionals? Oh, I think they're packed for class. If you're local and you missed it, last week I ended up postponing my card class because it has been so brutally hot. And the place I host my card classes is an old school, so they don't have air conditioning because schools aren't usually in session in the summer, so they never needed to do that. So it would have been ridiculously hot. So we're planning to do it this Saturday, and if I haven't sent an email to confirm that, so those of you that were planning to come, I promise I will send that out shortly, but that is the plan. And so if you were free this weekend and you wanted to join us, you can do that. We had line dancing there last night too, and we ended up leaving class early because it was in the gym of that same place, and so there was no air conditioning when you're exercising, and it was brutally hot. So I haven't attached him because I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I wonder if I could sit him on top of this maybe and do the sentiment like that. That might be cute. Let's use this one. And I'm going to do... Oh, I mean, I guess I could use this one too. And he could sit on top of that. So I guess... this one probably fits Merry Christmas, but... could do Oh What Fun. I'm just trying to figure what would fit in there. This one... sending little moments of joy and cheer. I feel like that would be cute. Let's do that one. Alright, sending little moments of cheer. Joy and cheer. I feel like a mouse in a kitchen would definitely be joy and cheer. Not for the homeowner, but for the mouse. Let's do the red again. Using real red. So anyway, if you'd like to join us this weekend for the holiday card class, 3 p.m. on Saturday. And then actually our regular all occasion card class is Monday. So lots of card making opportunities if you live near or on Cape Cod. So let me know if you'd like to go so I can have enough supplies for everybody. All right, so I'm thinking this will need to be popped too. I'm going to just set this aside right now. I don't want to cover too much of our little kitchen. So let's do this. Okay. Thanks, Debbie. I'm going to sit it like right down here. And then we can have this guy sitting kind of right on top of it. I hate that it covers that, but there's no real... I mean, I could sit it off to the side a little bit. So he'll be kind of... But I feel like it makes more sense that you can see the fridge and the stove. Yeah, so kind of like that is what I think. I'm going to put him down first. Okay, it's like he's reaching for the teapot. Alright, there's that. And then I can put this underneath there. Okay. I'm going to have him kind of sitting on it a little bit. Okay. Then we can pop this on here. I feel like I want a little green too. So I'm going to actually cut another piece of the green. I think that's garden green. So let's grab a piece of garden green. Oh, I don't have any small pieces of this. Oh, actually, this is olive. Is it olive? No, it's definitely not. It is, I'm pretty sure, this one. If I can get it out of my holder here. Yeah, I think that's good. All right, so this panel was 3 3/4 by 5. So I'm going to do 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And that'll just give me a little border of green that can sit on, like this. Okay, and then that can go on here. And then we can do some embellishing. Where are my embellishments? These. All right, let me tape this together. And then we can decide what we think. All right. So cute. But you could see how you could use this pattern, this little cheat sheet here, to make, especially if you have like pattern papers that are like very much interchangeable, like florals and things like that. You could cut 3 pieces this way and then mix and match them, right? Maybe we should try that. But, oops. Maybe I'll try and do some later and I'll share it with you guys. I'm just wondering if I want any twine. I want to tie a bow or anything. It's super cute, right? But I don't think I want any on this one. So I'm going to just pop this on with some dimensionals. And then we'll discuss our embellishing options. And then we'll call it a day. Oh my goodness, you guys. I've been in cleaning and like organizing mode, so my brain isn't really truly in creative mode yet, I don't think. Alright, so there we have that. And now these are our embellishments. So let's see. The stars are cute. I think the stars will make the most sense at this point. So I'm just going to use some of the yellow ones. Or no, maybe I'll use white. But I feel like the yellow will stick out better. Yeah, I think I'm going to do yellow. We're going to do... Come on. Apparently it's hot in here. See all that putty? Alright, there's one. Let's kind of rein that in a little bit. It's just kind of sort of pours out sometimes when it's hot. So see, I've still got plenty there. I'll do one here. And maybe one over here. Like that. There we go. It's cute. Not quite what I was envisioning to begin with, but I think it worked. Took me a little bit to get there. But anyway, I just wanted to share this suite because it's really cute, and I feel like there's going to be lots of ways that we can play with it, and I'm excited to share some different, options and ways to use it that may not be as cutesy. This one is obviously cutesy, but maybe some home decor, gift ideas, gift holders, all that kind of stuff. So I'm hoping I will see you in the virtual retreat. If not, I will see you hopefully next week for another edition of Tuesday Throwdown. If you liked this video, go ahead and hit the like button. And if you really want to make my day and you're over on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe. And I will catch you next week for another edition. All right. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye for now.